welcome to another green marble crochet tutorial. For this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this very simple bikini top, which is actually the beginning of my egg chair sweater saga that I'm currently undertaking. So yes, I'm going to be doing that one next. But this is to begin with. So yeah, this is it. During this tutorial, well actually no, at the end of this tutorial, I will be telling you that I'll be back to show you how to thread the straps, but now that I'm doing this, I realize that I don't have to do that, so I'll show you now. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, the straps, and you'll see during the tutorial why it's like this, you thread sort of crisscross up like that through the top bit just here where the straps go, and then it threads around the back, so just like this, crosses over at the back, and then you tie it up, you know, just sort of like this. Yeah, and that's how that goes. And that's it. That's how that is. Yeah, really simple design. I really love it. I am going to be turning this into a dress at some point, but I'm also thinking of making another one of these and doing like a little summer with a sort of swimming costume with little sort of swimming costume shorts, because I like that look. So yeah, I'll be doing a little pair of orange and white shorts to go with this top. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be good. Alright. I don't think there's really much else we need to say. If you haven't subscribed but you would like to subscribe to join me for some more tutorials, I would love to have you join me. A big thank you to my patrons. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. If you need to get in contact with me very quickly for anything, if you need help with anything, look for me on Instagram. I'm _green_marble. So you'll be able to find me there. But yeah, that's it. I don't really think there's anything else we need to say. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by having a look at the tiny details on the label. So I'm using the orange and the white, and I'll be using the orange for the cup itself, for the bra cup. So let's move this. I'd already taken a label off the orange one. So we'll just have a look, quick look at the tiny details on this label. So this is the brand, and these are the tiny relevant details. So just here. So it's a DK yarn, so it's saying to use a that's better. It's saying to use a 3 or a 3.5mm hook. So I'm going to be using a 3. I'm going to be using my 3mm. If you need more time to look at those details on the label, just pause the video on the details. So I'm using my 3, and we're going to get started. Okay, so let's put that aside. And we're starting with the orange for the cup. Now, what you want to do is you want to find the end of your yarn. You're going to start by making a slip knot. So to do that, you're just going to wind the yarn around your fingers like this, and then pull through. I'm going to pull through. Don't make the tail too long because we're going to be crocheting that into the beginning of the work. Okay, now you're going to adjust that knot to the hook like this. And what you want to do is you want to chain a length that is going to run from the middle of the breast to sitting just underneath. Now, usually for me, that's about 13 chains, but I'm going to check because we're using a smaller hook, and obviously it's a DK weight yarn, so it's going to be smaller. But to do chain stitch, so we'll go away, we'll do them separately, but to do chain stitch, it's yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that's 3 chains just there. We're going to go away, chain that length, so the middle of the breast is sitting just underneath. Okay, yes, so I had to chain 15. So now that I've chained my 15, I'm going to chain an extra 1, so 16. But what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, and skipping that first chain just there from the hook, so that one just there, we're going to put a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So get a little bit closer just there, maybe focus the camera. Okay, so skipping the first chain, half double crochet into the second chain. So to half double crochet, it's obviously yarn over, then go into the chain, so the second chain from the hook just there, go into the chain, then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So that's a half double crochet. Then you're going to be putting one of those half double crochets into all those, well for me it's 15 chains, back down to the beginning of the chain. So I'll meet you once we get to the beginning of the chain again. Oops, no, that's not right. Half double crochet. So I'll meet you when we get back to the beginning of the chain and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, now here I am at that final chain at the beginning, and I haven't put my half double crochet in yet. So what I'm going to do into this last chain is I'm going to put 1 half double crochet, then another half double crochet into that same beginning chain. Then I'm going to chain 1 and put another 2 half double crochets into the same chain. So 1 and 2. So it's 4 half double crochets into the same chain with a chain of 1 in the middle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a half double crochet into the other side of these 14 chains all the way back down to the other end. So what have we got? We've got, this is that one. So here's that next chain along. So the 14th one along. So that one just there. You're going to go into the other side of it, which is just up there. You'll be able to see it pretty easily. So just above that, you're going to put a half double crochet into that. So that'll be the first of the remaining 14 back down the other end. So 1, then moving on to the next one along, which is just there. And that's 2. And then moving on to the next one along, so that one will be 3. So yes, complete the remaining half double crochets to the end. Once you get to this end, we'll meet back up and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, here I am at the end, and I'm just about to put in my 14th half double crochet. So focus the camera. And just make sure you get that last one right at the end there. So you sort of pull apart the stitches so that you can see where you need to put your stitch. So it's just in there. Half double crochet, and that is the last one. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 1, turn the work, put a half double crochet into every stitch all the way up to this end till you get to that chain of 1 in the middle of those 4 at the top just there. So what have we got? We should go 15, 16. So I think there should be 17 half double crochets for me, because we, oh no, wait, no, 16. There'll be 16 half double crochets because we chain that extra 1 on each side. What am I doing there? That is messy, and I don't want that. So we've chained 1, we've turned, and like I said, a half double crochet in each stitch along till you get to the top. So just like that. Okay, I'll see you when we get to the top and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, yes, so there was 16 up this side all the way to the top of to the point at the top, to that chain 1. So now what we're going to do is you're going to sort of pull it apart, find where that chain of 1 is, which is just there for me. And what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over. We're going to put a half double crochet into that space where that chain of 1 is. So just through that space there. So half double crochet, then another half double crochet into that space, like so. Then you're going to chain 1 and put another 2 half double crochets into that chain space. So we're adding 2 now per side. So now you're going to work your 16 half double crochets down to the other end. So this time when you chain up 1 and turn, you're going to be working 18. Yes, 18 half double crochets up to that chain of 1 space. So I hope that makes sense. So that's what you're going to be doing. And then once you get to the chain of 1 space, you're going to half double crochet twice into that chain of 1 space, followed by the chain of 1, then another 2 half double crochets into the same chain space, and then complete your half double crochets back down the other end. Chain up 1, turn, and repeat that process. So you will be increasing by 4 each sort of row or round, if you want to call it, half round. And you're going to be doing this until the area is increased to the point where it's good coverage on the breast. So that's what you're going to be doing. So yes, I don't think we need to meet up again. I think we can go away and complete that. It's going to be pretty easy from here on. Yeah, all right, so we'll go away, we'll finish our sizes, and we'll meet back up once that is done. Obviously do 2 of them, so the second one's going to be exactly the same as the first one. Just repeat the process you did for this. Then we're going to meet back up once we've done that, and we're going to work on straps and edging. All right, so see you soon. Okay, now that I've done my 2 cups of the same size, and what we're going to do now is we're going to get started on the edging and the straps. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to make sure your cups are both facing the same way. So you're going to be working into the cups the same as you normally would if you had chained up 1 and turned the work. So you're going to be working straight from where you tied off on each cup. So I have them both facing in the same direction. And what I'm going to be doing for the edging and the straps is I'm going to be using this white yarn, which is exactly the same type of yarn as this one, just, just white. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the end of that white yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot. So making a new slip knot, just like that. We're going to pick up the cup on the right. We're going to grab our hook, and we're going to go through that first stitch down the end there. So the first stitch, the one you'd normally be working into. You're going to go through that. You're going to adjust your slip knot to the hook and pull it through that first stitch. And you're going to pull that slip knot tight, just like that. Then you're going to chain up 1 and put a half double crochet right into that same first stitch that you put the slip knot into. So half double crochet, just like that. So that's the first half double, and you're going to be working half double crochets all the way up the side until you get to that chain of 1 at the top, just like this. So I'll meet you when we get to the top, and we'll talk about what we are going to do next. Okay, here I am at that chain of 1 at the top. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to put 1 half double crochet into that chain space, so 1, followed by a chain of 2, so 1, 2, then another half double crochet into that chain space, just like so. So it's 1 half double crochet, chain 2, and another half double crochet into the top chain space. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the side, and we're going to work 12 half double crochets along. So there's that first one just there, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, so 12 half double crochets along. Okay, now here I am, and I'm just putting in my 12th half double crochet into that 12th stitch just there. So half double crochet. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2, so 1, 2, and then I'm going to put another half double crochet into that 12th stitch. So another half double crochet, just like that. Okay, now we're going to complete another 12 half double crochets along, so 1, 2, and where are we? 3. Okay, so I'll meet you at the 12th. Okay, now here I am, and I'm about to put in my 12th into that 12th stitch along, so my 12th half double crochet, just like that. Now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to create the strap. So to do that, I'm going to chain a length of 300. So to make chain is yarn over, pull through loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we'll go away and do that separately. We'll meet back up once we've chained our length of 300 and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, now here I am with my extremely long length of 300 chains. So I know that seems excessive, but what happens is when you do what we're about to do next, which is skipping that first chain from the hook, we're just going to be slip stitching all the way back down that chain. So to slip stitch, it's you go in through the chain, so we've skipped that first chain just there, going in through the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull a loop through the chain, and then through the chain on your hook. So we'll do that again, going into the next one along, pull through. So that's a slip stitch. And the reason we change such a long length is because when you do this, the chain actually loses some of its length. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's actually a fair bit. So that's why we change so many. And because I'm actually looking to, after I've done the egg chest sweater that I want to do, that's going to go with this particular bra design, I'm thinking of turning this into a dress. So I want the straps to be a little longer than I probably would normally make them if it was just a, just a normal bikini top type thing. So yes, that's what we're doing. We are, let's get a little closer so you can see that. We are slip stitching all the way into every chain, all the way back to the beginning. I know it seems fiddly and tedious, but persevere and time will just fly by and it'll be done before you know it. So yes, not to worry. All right, so I will meet you when you get to the very last chain and you slip stitched into every single one. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, see you soon. Okay, now that I've slip stitched my way all the way back to the beginning of that chain of 300, what we're going to do is we're going to put another half double crochet back into that stitch that we've already put that 12th half double crochet into. So just beneath that chain of 300, another half double crochet into the same stitch just to secure it, just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we've got 12 remaining stitches to do of this side of the cup. So we'll go away, we'll finish that, we'll meet back up once we've done our 12 remaining stitches, and we'll talk about how we're going to join it to the other cup. All right, see you soon. Okay, here I am down the other side of the cup. So I've completed this cup, or completed these sides. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pick up the next cup. Well, actually first, so picking up the next cup, you're going to line it up like this. You're going to yarn over. So here we are, straight from the last stitch that we did on this cup, we're going to yarn over, stick your hook through the first stitch of the other cup on this side just here, and then yarn over, pull a loop through that stitch, then yarn over, keep it fairly tight as well, yarn over and pull through all those 3 loops to a half double crochet the cups together, just like that. Then you're going to be working a half double crochet into the next, what have we got, 11 stitches. So we're going to be mirroring the other side basically. So you've got, including that one that you used to join, you've got 12 stitches working up the side here. Then once we get to that 12th one, we're going to meet back up and we're going to talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, here I am with those 12 half double crochets up the side. Now, because we're mirroring this side, where we're going to be putting our chain for our strap is going to be the first stitch of the next 12 along, because it was the last stitch of the 12 on this side. So for the first of the 12 on this side, first of the middle 12 of this side, it's going to be a half double crochet, then a chain of 300. So chain 300, yeah, half double crochet, chain 300, slip stitch back into that chain of 300 till you get back to the beginning. You're going to put another half double crochet into this stitch where you put, look, I'll meet you back when you've finished that chain of 300, when you've slip stitched all the way back to the beginning. We'll meet back up to do this part together, then we'll talk about how we're going to finish up this side. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, now that I've slip stitched all the way back down that chain of 300, and I'm back at the beginning, I'm going to secure it with another half double crochet into that same stitch that we've already gone into. So just beneath the chain, half double crochet into that stitch again to secure it. Then we're going to complete another 11 half double crochets along. So 1, 2, and 3, so 11 along. Alright, now here I am at the first of the next set of 12. So into this stitch, so that we mirror the other side, we're going to put a half double crochet. So half double crochet into that stitch, followed by a chain of 2, so 1, 2, and another half double crochet into that stitch. So another half double crochet. And there we go. So these parts are where you're going to be threading the straps at the front, and you'll see what I mean when I try it on. So that's the first of the next 12. So then we've got 11 more to go till we get to the chain of 1 at the top of the cup. So that's 1, 2, 3, so 11 more till the top. Okay, here I am at the top, the peak. So what we're going to do to mirror the other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to half double crochet into that chain space of 1, so just into the top there, 1 half double crochet, followed by a chain of 2, so 1, 2, and another half double crochet into that chain space at the top. So there we go. Oh, bump the camera. There we go. Just like that. Now you're going to complete your remaining stitches down the side. So for me that's 36. And once you get down to the other side, we're going to meet back up and we're going to talk about how we're going to put stitches across the bottom. And then we're nearly finished. Okay, so remaining stitches down the side, and I'll see you soon. Okay, now here I am all the way down the other side. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to chain 2, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to put another half double crochet into that very last stitch. Another half double crochet. And this is going to be another one of those thready bits where you're going to thread the strap through on the side. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point is we're going to put half double crochets all the way along the bottom of the cups into the row ends. So there's going to be 23 row ends to work with, including the ones in the middle just here where you join. So that'll be 1 and 2 just there. So what have we got? We've got, I'll show you how to do this. So we're working into the row ends, and we're going to start with this first row end just here. So this one just here. You're going to put your first double crochet into that. So that'll be 1. Then moving on to the next row end along. So that'll be, focusing the camera, that will be this one just here. So yarn over, work into that row end, will be 2. Then moving on to the next one, so that one just there, that will be 3. So yeah, just like that into all the row ends. So I've got that next one just there. So that will be 4. So yes, there's 23 along the bottom of each cup, so you're going to end up with 46 stitches across. So once you get to the end of that 46, remember you're going to do the row ends of these as well. So once you get to the end, we'll meet back up on the other side and we'll talk about how we're going to close everything up. Okay, see you soon. Okay, now here I am, and I've put in all my 46 half double crochets along the bottom of the cups. Now what we're going to do is into the very first stitch where we put our slip knot and our first stitch. we're going to put another half double crochet into that stitch. So another half double crochet just in there, just like that. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then into the chain 1 from the beginning, so that very first chain 1 before you did your first stitch, just into the top of that, just beside the stitch, you're going to slip stitch to close up, and that's your other thready bit just there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, and you're going to find your little scissors, and you're going to cut the yarn, and then you're going to just pull that stitch through, just pull it straight through like this, pull it tight, and you've finished. All you need to do now is weave in that end. That's all you need to do. We're done. We're finished. We have finished this bikini top bra thing. Okay, so I am going to show you how to thread it right now. So turning to the front, you see you've got the front just here. We're going to crisscross at the front. I might actually just try it on and show you. It'll be easier that way. Show you how I've threaded it. Okay, so yeah, we're all done. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you soon to show you how it's been threaded. Okay, see you soon.